Hey everybody, my name is Raj and welcome to the second episode with Boba with Ali and Vraj. And today we are gonna interview Ali and learn more about his life. I have some interesting question prepared for it, but I guess that's what you have in mind. Do you wanna say anything?
Um, no, I'm good. You can start with the questions.
Okay. You wanna jump straight to the question? Okay.
We can do it at the end or.
Yeah. I remember the first episode and the question you asked, so I tried to have it in a similar fashion, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess start with the very beginning. So tell us about your background before, like where you were born, your childhood.
I was born in Iran. I was there for 13 years or so. So 13, and then I moved to Canada. I had an alright childhood. I don't know. I was like computers. Yeah. And then I got to Canada, went to high school, and then I went to uni, UFT here. Oh. My parents are doctors, so it's like during my childhood, at least when there was like peak working time, they weren't like always around. But in Iran, you have like kind of nanny kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird because like I don't know if they get paid enough, but like what is enough, I guess. So,
Yeah. When did you move to Canada?
No, it was 13 or 2013, I think. So I was 12.
Oh, okay. So you had like a bit of
right.
middle school and high school in
I
Canada.
had middle school, high school, grade 7 and 8.
Oh, that's really nice. I guess.
It sucked because I was out of place. I was so out of place.
Yeah. What was like the first day of middle school like for you?
I barely spoke English, so I don't remember. But like, I met one Persian guy. Shout out. His name is Van. He really helped me learn English and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay.
He's the goat. But yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's really any.
I don't remember anything specific on the first day, but that was one of the.
So any interesting memory from like your first year in Canada, or any culture shock moments, or anything that jumps out of your mind?
It was really cold. I didn't see that much snow. Like in Iran, when there's like an inch of snow, the school's closed.
Yeah.
And it's like here, it's like there's like infinite snow and school's never closed. So, I don't know. Any other culture shocks? I don't know. I don't think. The thing is, I probably spent most of my high school and like middle school just like studying.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So there wasn't that much going on.
Yeah. So what were you like in like a high school? Were you like a popular kid or like a nerd?
No.
Where were you in the pyramid?
I mean, I switched high schools 4 times, so
Every year
I
you.
never make close friends in general.
Oh. Okay.
But if I did, it was usually the nerds. If that makes sense. I was definitely never the popular kid. That's for sure.
Oh, okay. So every year new high school?
Yeah, until grade 11 and 12 was grade 11 and 12 was the same high school.
Oh, okay.
Grade 11 and 12 I made more friends.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still like in the nerdy-ish category.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not like I love but like I'm not making a judgment on the character or anything, but like but definitely not the popular kids. I don't know. I don't know how popular. Yeah, I definitely grade 10 was definitely the worst where I could like barely make friends. I feel like grade 10. I don't know why, but it didn't work out. Grade 9 was the same high school that I kind of had middle school stuff in.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that deep. Most of my people was fine.
Yeah. What was your favorite subject in high school?
Math.
Oh, you really like math.
I like math, yeah. Partly because I didn't need to be good at English. Because I wasn't that good at English, I was alright.
Oh, so it was more like a concrete subject where language doesn't matter.
It added up from like, my experience in Iran. So
yeah.
It like it's
Yeah.
like a
Walk in the park.
walk in the park. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think what other subjects do I like? I don't know. I mean, I like physics. I like chemistry sometimes, depending on the teacher. Um, I really dislike bio.
Oh yeah, me too.
I used to dislike bio a lot. Um, English I also disliked, but like I couldn't not do it. I had to do it.
Do you didn't like Shakespeare?
I don't actually like I like Shakespeare.
Okay.
I like the reading and stuff. I didn't like
The writing aspects.
writing. I didn't like writing. Yeah. I hated writing essays. I love presentations as well. I always love presentations.
Mm.
I still love presentations.
Oh. Yeah.
Dream is to just like do a TED. I should do TED talk or something. Pretty cool.
Yeah. If you had to give a TED talk about anything, what would it be though?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think I have an answer. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like all the TED talks. I don't know. It's really weird for me. Do I actually have any original thought? I feel like every thought I actually give already like exists somewhere on the internet by someone else. There's probably a TED talk already on it. I can get the same TED talk again, but like usually these TED talks are
Inspirational.
already. I mean, there's a few TED talks I could give. Yeah, I could probably give a TED talk on like social media. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not. The thing is, like, people say like your stage fright only goes away if you feel like you're literally the expert at the topic when giving the presentation. That makes sense. But like in reality, you're never actually the expert in the room. If that makes sense. Like there's always somebody else who know more than you about the given topic. So
Yeah.
like I can't think that I have to be like the best or something to TED talk on it. But I think there's a few insights. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. When you were a child, what was your dream? Like astronaut, or any teacher, or anything in
I wanted to
particular?
be a director, movie director.
Oh, movie director.
Yeah, I wanted to be a movie director. I wanted to make movies.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Any particular type of movies that you had in mind, like a action
I would
director?
just, like, daydream, I guess, in my head. I would just like, think about. I just think about like. Oh, like I want to make a movie about this guy does this thing or this girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So were you into writing at all?
No, I was never dreaming.
Okay, so just like dreaming
Not
about
even
it.
in wrong. Like it wasn't a language thing. I just don't like writing.
Yeah.
I just never like writing. It has nothing to do with any with language barrier.
Okay,
Like,
okay, okay.
I still don't like writing language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're more like a visual guy, for me.
More visual, more audio.
Okay.
Right now, at least, like in my current like time, I'm very audio. I feel like the most I learned is like watching lectures or like depending on prof or like watching YouTube videos or
Yeah.
or listening to
Yeah.
something. But I don't think it's good. I think I should be able to read
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best,
Yeah.
but I think it takes time. I used to read a lot,
Yeah.
I don't read anymore that much, which is annoying, but I used to read a lot more.
Yeah.
Um, Especially when I was like, I read all Harry Potter in like grade 1 or something, but like version. So I used to read a lot, but I just stopped at some point. It's not good. I should read more. But I mean, I can still read, obviously, but I just don't. The information doesn't come to me easily.
So it's easier for you if you're
To
like
listen.
watch a video compared to reading.
Yeah, or
I
listen,
think yeah.
I don't know why the easiest right now is like podcasts or stuff like that, but
Yeah.
because I guess I have this thing where to do something when I do something else. I
Yeah.
always had this tick, like a tick kind of thing, where like I need to feel something while doing something else.
Yeah.
Like if I'm studying, I like usually twirl like a piece of paper or something like that.
Like a Service Surfer, mean, right?
Huh?
Like watch Service Surfer, like there's like a Visual Studio extension for like Service Surfer. I have that on.
No,
Yeah.
not Subway Surfer. That actually
That-
gets worse.
yeah.
That distracts me. I need something physical.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Like a fidget spinner when
fidget
they're.
spinner or something. Fidget spinners don't really work either, but I mean like usually I like.
Oh, okay,
do
yeah.
this, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just mess around with the thing. Fidget spinners aren't enough tactile.
Uh,
Does that make sense? I need something that I can
like a
feel the
switches.
texture.
Okay, like
Fidget
switches.
spinner just like switching
Okay,
fidgets.
yeah,
Not actually feeling it.
yeah.
So like one of those like cubes, like
Oh yeah, I know,
those
I know.
cube fidget
Yeah,
things, those things probably work.
yeah,
Or like I like Rubik's cubes.
yeah.
But yeah, I need to like be feeling something always. I sometimes twirl my hair, but that's not good because
Yeah,
or like twirl my beard
yeah,
because then that's like yeah, that's not good habit.
yeah,
That I used to bite my nails a lot, but like I
yeah.
stopped doing that because it's a really bad habit.
Oh,
Biting your nails is bad, yeah.
yeah.
I used to also like sometimes crack my knuckles.
Okay, I do that. Guess that's.
But that's also a bad habit. I
Yeah.
like that. So I'm trying to like reduce. I'm slowly reducing my
You know,
my fidgets.
there has
Yeah.
been any conclusive research about like cracking your knuckles. I was like, I at one point searched it up, and then it's like a no conclusive research. It's like bad for you.
But like I feel like
That
my finger's slightly deformed,
oh,
so I think it's bad for me. At
okay,
least.
yeah,
Like this finger is about
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Unless that conveys through the
Yeah.
camera, it's
Yeah.
slightly off.
okay. I guess we talked about your dreams. Now I guess we can move to how did you dreams became from becoming like a director to being like a computer science student? What was the journey for your dreams?
That's a good question. Thinking. I don't know where, cause I had other dreams in between, but I don't remember them. I think I was just always. I was good at math. And then when I started coding, I was like more naturally good at it. If that makes sense. Probably because I was good at math. I was good at logical thinking. So then I did computer science, which then taught me a lot about like how to um, be more logical. Um, I don't know. I was always good at coding, so it's kind of the thing. I don't really. I mean, at some point, like it became like the dream is like to like build a startup or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk, whoever, like whoever, or like Peter Thiel or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm thinking what are the dreams that I have? So it was director. What did you have? Or did you have dreams?
Whenever someone asked me when I was a child, just make something up. I actually never had a dream when growing up. It's kind of like a strange thing.
I definitely wanted to be a director. I remember that. I never wanted to be a astronaut that badly. I was kind of scared. Heights. Yeah. Being an astronaut seems fun though. I don't want to be an astronaut. No, I don't want to be an astronaut. I should switch.
Yeah.
Becoming an astronaut. I wonder what the process is at because they definitely take up engineers.
Yeah.
To go up in the.
I guess one of the requirements that you can't be colorblind, so at least I can't do it. Yeah.
But like, I could probably go through all the training.
Yeah.
Become an astronaut. Can't be that hard.
Yeah, I think you need to be an engineer
Yeah.
and at least know a bit about aerodynamics. I think they usually hire people from like Air Force. Like if you have experience flying planes, then you might have more chances.
Okay, that's probably a hobby I'll pick up. I talked to someone in Seattle who was talking about how like.
Oh yeah, you can get your license. Yeah.
Learn planes. That'll be fun. Yeah, I never wanted to be like in the military or anything. It's definitely not a top of my list.
Yeah.
The military was definitely never there.
Yeah.
Especially because like I don't know. I I never wanted to be like a stockbroker or anything like that. That was never in the cards. Never wanted to be a doctor. Never that. I just wanted to be a doctor.
So it was just a process of elimination.
Yeah, process of elimination, I guess.
To find like
yeah. I mean, what other careers are there? I'm like blanking on careers.
teacher.
Oh, teacher. No.
Yeah.
They say okay, no, they're getting canceled.
Yeah.
They say those who
Yeah.
who can't teach. Yeah. Also, those who can't teach do. So.
Isn't it like
Both
those
are
who
true.
can't do manage, those who can't manage teach? Just like I guess I made it worse.
Worse. Triple cancel. But like no, I mean I respect teachers. Teachers,
Yeah.
but like I never. I wanted to give presentations, but I never wanted to like sit down and make a teaching plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was always more spontaneous than I was that thoughtful in terms of I don't know presentations and stuff like that. Yeah, I was usually thinking about like whatever I'm thinking about at the time. I don't know. Thoughts are weird. Anyways.
Yeah.
But I would never do the thing where I would like deeply make a plan and then I probably could do it, nice, but like, anyways, I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, it was mostly personal elimination and also because like I just didn't have that many like. I didn't socialize that much. I wasn't that much of a social kid. So that kind of makes sense.
And I guess CS is attractive to that general stereotype.
Yeah, so it was like, I wasn't like that antisocial. But like I wasn't trying to like. Yeah, like I wasn't one of the popular kids, that's for sure. So. Definitely didn't peak in high school, unlike some of the VMX. But yeah, so so CS made sense. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I still want to like. I like I did some directing when I was doing courses at U of T. I did a video course. So I still love it. I still love doing podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like making YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
Yeah.
That course was probably one of the hardest courses I've ever done.
You also made like a tech video like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, that's 2 years ago.
But Microsoft industry.
Yeah. I like making videos. They're a lot of work. They're a ridiculous amount of work. That's why I'm starting a podcast a little bit because I feel like videos are jumping into something. Not actually like,
Okay. Let's move to like, what did it change when you went from high school to university?
What changed from high school to university? Well, first year in university was kind of brutal. I had to like study the whole time. If that makes sense. I think. I mean, the one thing is, COVID happened. Right at the end of university, but like, my idea was that I moved away from my parents, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna finally like make friends. I'll be stable. I will not be moving around everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, and then COVID happened. I didn't know that actually. So it's kind of crazy. But I mean, I survived. It was fine. But like, I think my high school experience is like I barely had any friends. If that makes sense. That were like close. But university, I feel like I was able to make pretty close friends. Yeah. Just through sheer force, even just being around enough people, you kind of make friends. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
how's your boba?
pretty good.
Actually?
No, it's alright. How did you get tapioca?
Yeah.
They told me they don't have tapioca.
What? They just told me they just had it.
What?
And I told them for like 0% sugar, but this thing is like 200% sugar for some reason. It just feels like sugar milk.
There's not sugar in it. But I'm supposed to get tapioca. So sad. I don't like jelly.
I don't know. Probably won't get. I would rate it like. How should I rate it? 5 out of 10? I would rather drink water over this. Just the water and tapioca balls.
Yeah.
It's just.
Poor guys.
It's just too much sugar for my liking.
I agree. It's too much sugar. We get our sugar rush, you know?
Yeah. No, it's like this one is just like someone just dumped like A lot of sugar in it, probably.
Okay.
Whatever. We'll try a new boba shop. We should probably don't name them. Oh, yeah, we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. uh,
Their name is not like.
yeah.
No, you just showed the name.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
Is it on both sides?
No, I think it's on the one side. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter now.
We'll switch boba shops. Yes.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it would be great if you get.
Sponsor, please. Chat time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when you I guess when you were in the UFT, do you have any particular first year memory that?
Good memory?
Yeah, I guess a memory. It doesn't have to be good or
Oh,
bad.
no.
Just like memorable thing.
I have a few memories. I'm thinking what like there's I'm thinking of something like eventful. I mean I remember going to like career fairs and stuff. I remember that was fun. In first year I was going to like every single career event that I could find to like try and get jobs and stuff. So I like went to like visit like Shopify's offices. I went to like Wealth Simple's offices. And then I went to like the Microsoft like career fair or something like that. And then I got Microsoft eventually. But yeah.
Oh yeah, the good old days when they used to have a career fair. Nowadays, they don't even have it anymore. Any other particular memory, like exam time memory, like failing a midterm or anything related to that?
I remember Chalk 2 midterm. Why you mentioning this? I did fail the Chalk 2 midterm. I remember that one. That was I had to make post, right?
Yeah.
So then I like studied super hard for the final. But I don't actually know. I didn't need it because I did pretty well in CS2. So I didn't really need it. But like yeah, Chalk 2 was kind of brutal for me.
For those who
It's
don't.
crazy how like I talk to people and some people are like, oh, math was so easy, but Chalk 2 was so hard for me.
Oh really?
Yeah. Especially international students who come here, they're like, oh, all the math is super easy.
Except.
And then they get destroyed on the CS. But I didn't really go on the CS, but I got destroyed on the math.
Yeah.
So it's like, depends, I guess, on your stripes.
For those who don't, for those who don't know, what's the post and what's like to be like.
I mean, it depends every year.
Yeah.
But for me, it was 3.2 GPA. Keep in mind the average GPA at UFT is like 2.5 or something. So 60 something. So it's like 2.5, 2.5 or 3 or something like that around there. So like it's basically a 50% of people make it.
Yeah.
The cutoff is there so like you don't feel stressed because you'd for sure make it after 3.2. So I got past the cutoff, but they accept under the cutoff usually because there's usually less than 50% of people who make the cutoff because the average is like 2.5%.
Yeah.
So as long as you're doing better than 50% of everyone else, you'll make it. It is really brutal though, I'll be honest, because like I have friends who didn't make it who like wanted to do CS and then they would basically like have to reset at another university. If that makes sense. Or
do something non.
Or a lot of people do machine learning and stats not to defend them. I'm sure they love machine learning and stats.
I think that's still really popular now.
Yeah, it's really popular now. Yeah, so it worked out for him, I guess. And also a lot of people do. Not a lot of people, but most people do machine learning and stats. They don't make CS posts. Some people do math, but those people usually just want to do math because math post is like non-existent. But like, the stats post is already pretty easy, so it's not do. But it's so much stress. Like I did nothing but like study for the last little bit of university.
If you haven't made it through the post,
What would I have done?
yeah, what would I have done?
There's like there's a building downtown called Bahan. Most people jump.
we don't have to be that dark.
What would I have done? um, Probably just like gone to Carlton or something. Because we're not Ottawa.
That's really interesting.
Or just dropped out. Try to make a startup or something. And then burnt out and then probably be homeless.
How's the life after the post though?
It's harder. The second year is harder. That's the issue. Because you make posts and then we got COVID and then we have COVID, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have any like social interaction and then it's still bad. Then I had to make like I had to make. So then I had to do second year. Second year is like 7 courses out of like 8. So like you kind of like, and also it's like stats and stuff. It's like brutal. It's like more math and more CS courses. So second year kind of like destroyed me. In terms of GPA and everything. I also just didn't. The thing is, when you make posts, you don't stop caring as much.
Oh, okay, because it's like you
don't need the GPA requirement anymore. And in CS, it doesn't really matter in general.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Still, like, I just stopped caring that much.
Yeah.
So my GPA kind of tanked, but like, I did side projects in second year. So that was nice. We got to build stuff. It was nice to build stuff. Yeah. COVID sucked. COVID was definitely the worst. COVID all.
Do you have any like what was the COVID situation like for you? Were you like staying with your parents, staying alone?
I was staying with my parents.
Oh, okay.
So that was it's not like I'll oh God, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. I love my parents, but like just like only seeing them for 2 years was like I was going absolutely insane. Like it's not even that like I don't mind seeing them, like, but like
being in the same
having
place.
no other friends, like you see, like it's kind of
only point of social interaction.
Yeah.
Like yes, that.
Yeah. So you kind of go insane that way.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, and also just like not being able to do any hobbies that are like outside was pretty annoying. If that makes sense. Not being able to like, I don't know, like play volleyball or something if I wanted to, or like play basketball, or really do anything that's not
indoor.
That's not indoor. Yeah, like I played hella Beat Saber. So
Okay.
played hella Beat Saber.
So did you like pick up any other indoor hobbies during the pandemic?
No, not really. Not really. Which is, I don't know. I tried to. I'm okay at solving Rubik's cubes. Better now actually than I was during the pandemic. So I'm procrastinating. But like, nothing else. My hobby was coding at the time.
Yeah.
So I was just building stuff. I listened to. One thing is I listened to a lot more music than I did before COVID. Because that was the. I'm gonna get canceled for this, but there was the Donda era for Kanye was kind of a big thing on the internet. So I was just like trying to figure it out. I also watched a lot of Twitch at the time, being parasocial. Because I had like there's nothing else to do, right?
Yeah.
So that was fun, but that's about it. It was mostly consuming stuff. I didn't really do anything that productive except the coding.
Okay. For those of you don't know, you were in a crypto once, right?
Oh wait, I forgot that.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, sorry. Okay, that was like. That was after when did crypto blow up? Because there was I first had did I actually remember when was GameStop?
2020. I don't remember. It was like 2020ish, right?
Was GameStop before the crypto or was it after crypto?
I think it was before crypto.
It was before crypto, right?
Or like around crypto.
Around the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember, I got into crypto, like literally the moment I put my money in, it like tripled the day after or something. So I was like, what the fuck did I just put? What is going on? Should I keep it in?
What was your first coin?
It was Ethereum.
Okay.
It was nothing much. Because I watched, there's a Vice documentary.
Yeah.
There's a Vice documentary on Vitalik where they talk about Iran and like the sanctions, and then they talk about like Russia and things like that.
Yeah.
So that like when I watched that, I was like, wait, this makes a lot of sense. I love this show.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I'm, um,
So your first coin was Ethereum, and then it just tripled.
yeah, it kind of tripled. It was I bought like 700 something, and like it tripled like overnight to. No, it didn't triple. Sorry, it like doubled. I think to 1400 or so.
Yeah.
And then I started reading more and more and more, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, this makes a lot of sense. Also, like, yeah, because like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I still love crypto, but like, I understand why people don't. So.
So what do you like about crypto?
It's the whole like. It's the idea of needing no.
Yeah.
It's the idea of like needing no like middlemen to do anything. Because like I'm from Iran, and Iran kind of got like destroyed by the government.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it always appealed to me to have a system that doesn't need a government, that doesn't need anybody in charge. If that makes sense. So the crypto was like that solution. It didn't quite work. We're still working on it. Kind of exploded. The system kind of exploded for a little bit there. We're still working on it. It takes systems are hard. Maybe impossible, who knows? But I'm willing to at least try it, if that makes sense. It's a very difficult problem. Yeah, you read the Talix blogs, but I feel like it's a worthy cause to at least like invest in my opinion. Yeah, that's mostly it. It's also like I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a gambling addict as well, but like not that much. It's not that I usually just hold. I don't know. Also, like the type of people crypto attracts is depending on well, there's a certain type of people that crypto attracts that is awful. They're awful.
Yeah.
But the other type of people. There's a lot of missionaries in crypto, like people who are there for the mission. Does that make sense? A lot of people who believe in it. Yeah, like there's a lot of people. It's like it can be very culty, I guess, but like there's a lot of people who actually like believe.
So what's like a cult in crypto?
Like Ethereum is they're all technically cults. If that makes sense. Like they're all crypto systems are based upon consensus. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they're all kind of a mini religion. Does that make sense? They all have their own like leaders, and then they all have their own philosophies, their own values, and the people who buy the coin like believe in these values. Usually, there's the speculators who just buy whatever. But ignoring those people, screw those people. ignoring the people who just want to make money. Most of the coins have their own philosophies. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they all kind of coexist with all these philosophies because there's enough people. As long as there's enough people who believe in a philosophy, your coin will exist forever. If that makes sense. That's why Bitcoin like forever goes up because there's enough people who believe in that system. There's enough people who literally put every paycheck into Bitcoin because they think it's a better store of value than gold or anything like that, right? Ethereum is like a kind of philosophies that like you should be able to like crypto should be much more broad of a subject. It should like get developers to build as much as possible. So like there's a lot of people who believe in that. So there's a lot of people who just put money into Ethereum all the time. Ethereum just also has a bunch of stuff built on top of it. So it automatically pays to the people who hold Ethereum. If you have something on top of Ethereum, that makes sense. If you burn your coins. If you want to learn more about crypto, you should go listen to Vitalik talk. There's and read his blogs because I think he has a lot of wisdom. It's obviously not like perfect or anything, but like I think in this topic he's probably the most knowledgeable. But he has a blog post called "Legitimacy is the most scarce resource," and it's kind of the idea. Like in crypto, if your project is legit, if that makes sense, legit.
Yeah.
It'll do very well. If that makes sense. Like if there's enough people who are there who actually think it's legit, if that makes sense. Like legitimacy is actually the most important thing. Like if there's enough trust built in the system, it'll last for a very long time. If there's no trust, if everyone's there just to make money, and there's no trust, the project will crash in one cycle and then never come back.
So it's like a pump and dump
It
scheme.
becomes even if it's not a pump and dump scheme, like it might just be like it's just not legit. I don't know how to explain it, but there's no trust in the system.
Like a
If that makes
Dogecoin?
sense. I mean, yes, like Dogecoin is just all gambling.
Yeah.
or same with Dogecoin, Shiba, stuff like that. It's literally just gambling. There's no trust in those systems, so there's no. Everyone is a greater fool theory. Everyone thinks they're gonna get out before everyone else. So it's a whole. It's a. I mean, there's people who like are good at it. I guess like good at it trading. I don't actually know if they're good. If they just get lucky, it's pretty hard to say. But like, you can probably game theory this shit and like figure it out.
Yeah.
But like, it's not really the game that you probably want the economy to go towards, because it's a little crazy if everyone's just gambling for shit.
Yeah.
That's the whole economy. It's a little crazy.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, people still do the high frequency trading. Is the one of the most profitable business out there.
Yeah, and people say it's arbitrage or whatever, and it's like I don't know. It's like efficient, making the markets more efficient. I say they get their money, big bucks. I don't know. It was never for me though. I think. Yeah, and I think you can have a lot of legitimacy and still, you can be SBF. So don't be SBF. Thing is, like when I was in crypto, like I never invested in FTX because I could tell this guy didn't actually care about the values of crypto. He kind of just like only cared about his business, which is like okay, I guess, because he's a business person.
Yeah.
But like unlike like Coinbase, like I think Brian Armstrong like is like he's a good person to like deal with crypto stuff, because I think he actually cares about, like, he cares about his own business, but I think he's really trying to play things he's trying to be legit. He's trying to play things to the rules. I think like Binance is run like CZ is kind of the shadiest character ever, but they didn't explode. So like I would have probably put CZ below SBF in terms of shadiness, but like CZ's fine now. And SBF went to absolutely exploded. So, but like I could tell SBF like did not actually care like at all. He was just there for just to have a business. I mean, he still had the weird thing is he still made a very good product. Yeah. You don't know how little he cared. Like FTX is still a very good trading platform. And, like except the part where they took all the money. Outside that, it was a very good trading platform. Like it was well built because they're smart guys. They're good at software engineering, but like they didn't actually give a shit. So it was kind of like everything SPF kind of touched just like turned into like cancer. So like that guy was not a good person to follow. There was also like the Anon kind of projects that all exploded as well in a weird way. Except Bitcoin, I guess, because Satoshi is still anonymous. Still crazy. But there was a bunch of like anonymous projects that like that found out that the founders were like previously like financial fraud or something like that. And then the idea is like, do they deserve the hate? Like, isn't the point of Satoshi that like you don't know who the person is, so it shouldn't matter who they actually are, as long as their product is like good. But like it doesn't actually work that way for most crypto projects, because they just don't have enough of a trust base to be able to survive without the leader. I don't even know if Ethereum can survive without Vitalik, which is kind of sad, but I hope he can, because Vitalik he tries his best to not do much anymore nowadays. He just makes blogs. He just does research and makes blogs. He doesn't really do much, but still, like, he's kind of like, I feel like if he dies, Ethereum will probably crash a bit. I don't know how much, but he's still quite a figurehead. Satoshi is a very weird, it's a very interesting story. Like, this is not a common, and like it hasn't really been replicated yet in crypto still.
I mean, at this point, it would be really hard to replicate it, considering how far the crypto has come in like the last decade compared to like around a time of like 2010s, where like bitcoins was like kind of considered worthless. Like, you can easily mine them. Like, people were not treating them as like a real currency. There are not too many stakes, I guess, as you say. But nowadays, that you just have like new coins coming up left and right, so it's probably hard to build the trust with being anonymous.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, even back then, I don't know. Yeah, I guess back. The thing is, his research was incredible, so that's probably why a lot of the trust came in.
Yeah.
Like, because he invented basically the
Blockchain.
not blockchain, he didn't
With
invent blockchain. He invented the the Bayesian general problem, whatever it's called. He like invented the solution for it, like the incentivization. That's what Bitcoin invented, is the coin.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. There was already blockchains existed. So did like crypto, like cryptography, proven like coins and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the idea of mining didn't exist. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like he kind of invented that. He invented that like you put in hardware and you get money.
Yeah.
Like there were systems for money, there were systems for like just like blockchains of like computers, but nobody like put them together until he did. And then it started with a very niche, I guess, like pocket of people.
Yeah.
But they're all researchers and like they're all like cryptography people.
Yeah.
So I guess from that pocket, it was able to grow bigger and bigger, and like it was legit because it was the first.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But I think nowadays a lot of I don't know. I'm sure it can still happen. Like there were successful projects. They just haven't lasted very long. Like I feel like there are add-on projects that I feel like aren't a scam, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They still didn't work, but like they still crashed and burned. But like, but very few projects in crypto survive in general. I think in the last market it was mostly just like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then like layer twos that are kind of surviving. It's kind of the infrastructure that's right now is just keeps surviving. The application layer, Uniswap is the only thing that's like the only application that I think. Well, it's not the only application. There's synthetics. There's a bunch of them, but like in terms of add-on ones, there's not many. Because I worked in SushiSwap for a bit, and that has an add-on founder. But I don't know how successful, because Sushi now no longer has like their CEO is now doxed, so it's like a real human now. The founder was still technically add-on. So I mean, the company exists still, but it's not really thriving. If that makes sense. And I think I have respect for Mackie, who's the add-on founder of SushiSwap. I think he didn't intend to like do any scams or anything. I think he had pure intentions. And he did change the industry a little bit. Like he did something new, because he forced the hands of. He was the first like person who incentivized the usage of an application with their own coin. So it's basically like Satoshi incentivizing the usage of the thing. So that kind of caused Uniswap and stuff to create a bunch of coins and stuff like that. It did kind of cause a massive explosion of coins. So in hindsight, it caused a shit ton of damage, but like. But I don't think he intended that at the time he made it. And it's like you can say that about Satoshi. When he made Bitcoin, there's the cycles, right?
Yeah.
The first cycle, the 2013 cycle, was the one where everyone made proof of work coins, right?
Yeah.
There was like Burger Coin or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like random bullshit coins, but like Satoshi didn't intend that, obviously.
Yeah.
Remember the second cycle was the DeFi one, where like SushiSwap and stuff started like incentivizing usage of applications with coins, and then there's a gazillion coins again. Oh, sorry, no, actually no. Sorry, the second cycle was the
Ethereum?
The ICO. It was Ethereum, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Ethereum that came out, ICO,
Yeah.
and then everyone started making ICOs. that was a massive mess. That was a 2017, I think. 2021 was the DeFi one where everyone started. And basically, anytime someone makes every single cycle, someone comes up with a new way to issue coins.
Yeah.
It works for like the first few projects, and then the rest just becomes scams and everything.
They just copy it and.
Yeah, they just copy it because they're like, oh my god, new way to make coins. And then it's like, oh, more money goes up.
Nowadays, I guess the technology is so accessible that anyone can create their own coin in like a few days.
But it was always, even in 2017 and stuff like that, the ICO mania was, you can always create coins. The thing was, the creating coins for using an application was new. Yeah. Which caused another cycle. But like, I'm sure, I don't know what the next cycle is going to be, but we'll probably create coins for something, and then people will make a shit ton of coins again.
What are your thoughts on NFT though?
I think they're just like, they're the same as, I think people, I don't know why NFTs are so controversial. Like, out of all the things in crypto, NFTs are the most controversial. Like, JPEG monkeys are the most controversial, right? Like, there's so much more to, like, unpack. But I guess because they're, like, I don't know why they're so contentious. Because they're basically just luxury goods, if that makes sense. Like, it's like 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 a lot of people would judge you if you wear Gucci. A lot of people also judge you if you wear if you get an NFT of a monkey.
Yeah.
But it's like it's basically the same product, if that makes sense. It's just one is for the internet, one is for the real life. So, but like, I think Gucci generally looks awful as well. Some people get canceled for this, but I just think the JPEG monkeys look awful. I don't know why you buy them, but like they're a status symbol in a weird way, and it works. People like status symbols, I guess. Or like, yeah. I mean, there's some I own some NFTs. There's some NFTs that are cute. They're pretty cool. There's some like NFTs who do like plushies and stuff. Other NFTs, nice and plushies, cute. And they do like instant like royalties on the plushies and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's just I don't think it's that deep. I think people overthink NFTs completely because it's like capitalist fucking explosion, and it's like, and then there's like people who like hate them like as like a, yeah, I don't know. It's like just let people buy stuff. Like it's not that deep. Like it's not a. It won't ruin society that people are buying NFTs. It's also just not. It's not worthless, if that makes sense. Everything is worthless until it has until someone else wants to buy it for a worth. You understand? Like a Gucci bag isn't actually better. it's just the branding that makes it good. It's the same with NFTs.
What do you think is more controversial than NFT in the crypto world?
Nothing is in the crypto world, or like in general, like in outside.
Yeah, around those.
From outside.
Yeah, from.
I think there's nothing more. I think NFTs are definitely most. I don't know why, but they're the most common. I think.
What do you think should be more controversial?
I mean, the effective altruism thing that the SBF did, that shit was like crazy. Because like the idea was like you just make as much money as possible to like give it away, stuff like that. Where like he just like struck fucking going crazy though. I think that should have been more controversial at the time. That it was big. Now I mean it's obviously found out it was a scam. What should be more controversial? I think Shiba should be more controversial.
I think it is.
I think Shiba should be more controversial because I feel like that's literally like that's borderline like just it's just a perpetual. Like I don't think anybody I feel like there are people who buy NFTs to actually like show them off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody buys Shiba to show it off. It's literally everyone just trying to like scam each other. So it's actually like stupid.
It's like whoever pulls out first, right?
Yeah. So it's like it's like literally like it's literally a Ponzi scheme. So it's like I think Shiba should like not exist. Same with Dogecoin. Dogecoin is fun, just because the history. I don't want to kill Dogecoin because the history is like it's crazy. I think the Elon shit was like
Elon
controversial. That was so still stupid. Yeah, I think that should be more controversial than NFTs. The Elon pump and dump was going on there. That was a little, but I don't think he was actually pump and dumping because he didn't actually. I don't think he put in that much money. So it was like but it was so weird still because he would just say something and it would just go on.
Yeah, but it seems like a pump and dump from like a observer perspective. Like,
yeah, but I don't think he was actually. I don't think he was putting in money. He just wanted to like mess around with people. But it was like, like the other thing is like people are like, oh my god, look how much money people are losing because of him or whatever.
Yeah.
But like you're kind of an idiot if you're putting in your house into Shiba or into Dogecoin for because of what Elon's going to say. So like, I don't know how much blame like these guys should actually have. Like there was also the same thing with like I think the Logan Paul thing was a bit more because he like said he was gonna make an NFT and then he just didn't do it. That was the issue. Like if he actually made the NFT and it went to zero, like nobody would care. Yeah. Like I wouldn't care because you put in the money of what and he gave you what he said, but and Logan Paul just didn't make it, so that was kind of the issue. Logan Paul just did not make the product he promised. So yeah, I think there was a thing after though. He did like a picture a day kind of thing as NFTs. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, but the crypto zoo shit was like, I mean, he still hasn't resolved that issue, but like, he fucked up. But it's okay. We all make mistakes, I guess. But yeah, don't. Yeah, I mean, I think as long as you do what you say, the NFT will do. It's like not that deep, and like you can promise future stuff, and it's still not that deep, in my opinion. I don't know. It's always like there was. I remember there was a controversy with like video games and Steam and like pre-release early access games. 'Cause people would like release early access games and never update them.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that happened in the NFT market as well. Where, like people would release an NFT and then, but like where's the line between this guy gave up on the project versus this is a scam? You know, it's very hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in the game industry while the NFT stuff was going on, and like every game companies were like trying to like integrate NFT in there.
I think that makes I think that makes a lot of sense actually. I think for video games it makes a lot of sense. That's a different. Sorry, there's a difference between the ape monkeys.
Yeah.
Those are just stats, it's like Gucci, but like the video game stuff makes a lot of sense because you like, because fuck Steam.
Yeah.
Take 30% cut and then they force you into their store, and then you don't actually own anything. Like if the Steam servers go down, you're fucked. With a lot of things, but like if items are NFTs, they always hold. You'll never lose your item if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They'll always hold some value, and like in a perfect universe, you'd open source the server that verifies things, and then you would open source the game as well. But then you only sell NFTs. You make your money off of NFTs, but then so then the game can live on forever if that makes sense. Because like the NFTs will always exist.
Yeah, no, the industry I was talking about was like AAA games. They will charge you extra money anyway to buy the game, and then you pay more for the NFT exclusive.
I think that's still better than just like paying for microtransactions, but like it's not the ideal.
I mean, it's the same as the microtransactions in a way.
It's almost the same, but the like the 1% thing is like if the game dies, like you still have the.
You just have the picture.
You have like a thing of value. Like I feel like somebody would probably go back in time and want to buy the first, I don't know, RuneScape or something. I don't know, some game that's dead now. I can't think of RuneScape's still alive technically. Yeah. Or like I don't know, World of Warcraft's still alive. Some popular game back in the day, whatever. If like the first item, it would probably still hold value even if the game died. Yeah. If that makes sense. So like that's
historical reasons.
Yeah, for like as a collector item and stuff like that. So that's nice, but like, in a perfect universe, the game would actually live forever, and the NFTs kind of allow that because you can set up a different kind of incentivization than the one before. Kind of, it's still microtransactions, but like, it's like a first time sale kind of microtransactions. You kind of sell the skin once and then you make the money and stuff like that. It's still a kind of a, I think it'll happen. There's people working on it. The dev tooling isn't still fully there, and there's still a bit of a education issue, a massive education issue, actually, because everyone hates crypto. That's kind of an issue.
I think people who made money don't hate crypto.
Yeah, no, yeah. But like the SBF stuff, kind of like the reputation. But it happens every cycle. So the ICOs were like people never thought crypto would make it out of 2017. Right? Yeah. The ICO cycle was absolutely awful as well. It's just a recent cycle, I guess we've seen. Crypto usually just cleans up its act and then get figured out. But I think in the future game items will be NFTs. We're in the metaverse, right? We'll have our Gucci NFTs. Adidas was doing.
They can have a 3D version of it, the metaverse version of it. Yeah. So instead of buying like a Gucci bag as a virtual Gucci bag, it's an NFT. Some sort of NFT.
Yeah, people say like it's like dystopia, but like also just like real world. I don't know what you want. It's literally little people buy Gucci like I don't know what you want. Like obviously it's better if they like I don't know donated all their money, but like it's a little like I don't know. It's that's another mess. I don't know. It's like just let people do whatever they want to do. I think. Stop judging everyone. But I also think some NFT people are like absolute douche. Like the type who like go to Dubai and like get their capital gains and they just party all the time. And they do like NFT exclusive parties and shit. Like those guys are like absolute douchebags. Like, relax a little bit with your materialism. Like, a little less materialism. Yeah. Donate a little bit at least. And make us don't look like absolute fucking. Yeah, that was always good. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like NFTs? No?
I
do you
never
think you
bought a piece of NFT.
Yeah, like,
Actually, yeah, I never bought a cryptocurrency, like a substantial amount at least.
you should get into it. It's fun. Fun hobby. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of it is like, there's a lot of abstract thinking in crypto. A lot of systems that like work mostly, but it's really it's a hard problem they're trying to solve. If that makes sense. And I think it's good that there's more money in it. If that makes sense. Like if it gets solved, like Iran probably gets fixed. A lot of the issues in Iran get fixed. A lot of issues in like a lot of third world countries get fixed. Any basic economic issues, a lot of economic issues get fixed. But like
a crypto as a currency, right?
As just an economic force, like not just currency, like exchanges, things like that, banks, because you don't need banks anymore, right? And like currency obviously. A lot of world problems would somewhat get fixed, but also it always like it introduces new problems. Because there's obviously like there's already the problem in the West of like people who are like capitalism bad because like they can't do whatever they want, if that makes sense. But then there's the issue of like what do you actually want to do? Like it's kind of the problem. Like there's so like I don't know. Like you can go that route as well. You can go the Karl Marx route where like you don't need economy. Economics is just bullshit. just let people do whatever they want, and then they'll do the good things, and then they do the bad things as well. Like you let it all according to their everyone gets what they want, but like everyone works according. Everyone all according to their needs.
Are you describing anarchy or something?
No, there's the Karl Marx quote. Basically, like you get what you need, and you do the work you want. That you're good at. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You're good at you want.
I guess, but there is like no hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a one guy at the top.
That's a good thing, probably. There's no hierarchy is the idea. There's one guy I mean, I think there's a mix. You need a mix. It's always usually balanced. Because you obviously need social things, or like
to motivate people.
Well, it's motivation, and it's just like what does society want? Because you will have zero entrepreneurship if you do all according to needs or whatever. Because nobody will do anything that's like outside of the norm. Because then like there's no incentives. But like the other idea is like, are incentives external? Are they internal? If that makes sense. That's the other weird thing. Like, do we just do things because we want to, or do we do things because society wants us to? And so I think it's a balance. Like, I don't think you're born wanting to, like, I don't know, play hockey or something. Like, I don't think you're like born into that. Like, like there's clearly some external influence on what people want to do. And it's like, and it's nice to have some incentives to figure out what society wants. But trying to figure out how to do the incentives is very difficult. There's a lot of like collective goods and stuff like that. People like optimism is a project on Ethereum. Like Vitalik has talked a lot about this. Where like, because like you obviously need firefighters and things like that, right? You need the police, you need firefighters. But you should probably need the police unless you're like in Seattle and the cops. But you hypothetically need the police for some things. You also need like like you need sewers and like a bunch of like social safety net and stuff like that. Right? So there has to be some system of collective good. It can't just be capitalism perpetually. It can't just be all companies because then shit breaks.
You need like a good democracy to balance out the.
But democracy is a hard. Like democracy doesn't. Currently, democracy is like absolutely going crazy, but at least in the U.S., because like everyone is so divided and like, but everyone's always been divided. But like, it's just the system is kind of broken in the U.S. with the like gerrymandering, with everything. With the anyways, the Republicans, Democrats kind of own the whole system. Right? So like, we can do a better system than Like that's the idea of Ethereum, right? You codify all the government. If that makes sense. You codify the systems.
Yeah.
It's like the Constitution, but like on the computer. It's like the Constitution, but like actually like in code, and it's enforced through the computers.
So if you like make like all the laws like a good repository.
Yeah, all the laws are basically getting hard. All the laws are smart contract code, right?
Yeah.
So it's called smart contract, right? But that has its own set of challenges. But I think it's a better system usually. There's some things that are just like politics that are just politics that you can't really. There's no solution. Like we'll just argue, swinging back and forth. I think forever for the rest of our life. Like I don't know what's an issue. Like right now, there's like Palestine and Israel. Like you can't really code fix. There's like human issues here.
Yeah.
You can't fix by like, but like if you fix the incentives. The other thing is the idea of crypto is like if you separate physical goods from luxury goods, it'll be better for society. It's another idea. Like that's kind of like NFTs coming and stuff like that. So like the Dubai people who just want to like make money, they can spend their money on NFTs and not spend their money on like building, I don't even know, the deepest pool or whatever Dubai is. That they take a bunch of like what's it called, slave workers there to like build like random buildings. I think you can't. Perhaps like Dubai is like crazy, but it's probably better if they buy NFTs than try to buy like physical things, or like try to like stock up as much oil possible. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of physical things that are like actually needed to live that are should not be luxury. I don't know. This is a very. We can rant about this for hours and hours.
We are kind of getting off topic now.
Talk about crypto for hours and hours. It's a very difficult part.
Because now, so coming back to about your life, so that was your entire experience and your about crypto and about democracy and everything else. So now coming back.
There's a quote. There's that video. Democracy is for the people, by the people, of the people, but the people are idiots.
Oh, that meme, right?
Kind of how it was for crypto as well. The systems are like there, but like people are kind of. Due to peak, people were like absolute fucking degenerates. Just like gambling, fucking everything. So everything was just like. They still are. Shiba's still fucking crazy. It's crazy to me how Shiba still survives more than most like legit projects. Like Shiba's still one of the biggest projects. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, so now
cult is pretty strong. I mean, who am I to judge? I guess maybe they're cultists. Maybe they'll build something useful. Maybe they're happy with their own cult. Everything's a cult thing.
Do you think anything? I guess now jumping back to the topic, we were talking about pandemic before, like COVID-19. Did anything good came out of it, or like? For you at least, that you learned something. Apart from that.
I mean, there's like the cliche of like, I've realized how short life is, and then now after the pandemic, I'm gonna be doing all the things that
more social.
More social and stuff like that. But, like, there's that cliche, obviously. Everyone's gonna say that. Outside that, not really. It sucked. I wish it never happened. I mean, it kind of ruined the internet, which is really annoying. I hate it so much. Because before the pandemic, the internet was a nice place where like the minority would go. Now it's like the majority are on the internet, and now it's like absolutely
I think a lot of people were like on Instagram or like on social media in general, like.
No, but Reddit got absolutely destroyed during COVID. I feel like. Like Reddit was so much nicer before the pandemic. After the pandemic, it's completely destroyed.
Nicer is now the word to describe Reddit, but yeah, sure.
No, it was actually, I don't know, I enjoyed it, my time there back in the day.
I guess it depends on the subreddit.
No, but even I mean, okay, that's true. It might have been not nicer, but it was more niche, so it felt. Maybe I was just younger, to be honest. That's also a possibility. But like, it felt like I was seeing the world, if that makes sense. But now it feels like it's the world, and like I need to go touch grass to see something different. Like, cause like I don't know. Like Reddit became more sanitized, but also less happy. Everyone is like super angry at each other all the time now on Reddit, or super depressed perpetually. And I feel like the Reddit at my time was probably like angrier, but like it was less depression. There's a lot of like, I don't know if you remember. I don't think you can for this. There's like a subreddit called like Watch People Die.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that.
That was a subreddit you could literally go and watch people like literally die. That was like the whole subreddit. It was literally videos of people die. And they banned that subreddit, but like I felt like, I don't know, that subreddit was probably better than whatever mess is currently in the I don't know, because now there's like the anti-work stuff, and like there's a bunch of like extremist groups that aren't actually that extremist because now they're like mainstream. There's like the red pill stuff, which is now mainstream, which is like kind of crazy. Back in my day, that was like the niche. So there's like a bunch of like stuff that is like more mainstream now, but like just as extremist and less interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I think anti-work. I think there was like the mod, right? He got invited to CNN or something like one of the news channel, and then he just basically misrepresented. I
mean, no, but the whole subreddit is a mess because like, in general, if you just make an identity out of hating something, it's bad. It's just in general when you have an identity of something that's like out of hating something else, everything kind of goes to shit. Because like the anti-work people are like, they have good points, but they should probably just go work as opposed to just complaining all the time on Reddit. You know what I mean?
I guess coming from like you being like in like a tech, what are your views on like the anti-work?
I think they're right about a lot of things, but just perpetually complaining about it doesn't actually fix anything. A, B, it's probably bad for their mental health. C, it's bad for my mental health to look at what they're posting. So it's just bad in general. So just like go do stuff. It's generally just better in general than reading anything. And I feel like it's obviously very echo chambery, but Reddit is like the echo chambers are gotten big. If that makes sense. Like back in the day, it was not this big. It was so much smaller. So I would be like, oh, look at these like tiny group here that's like so interested in this thing. But now it's like, look at this massive group hating on work. Like it's like kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like there aren't that many people who had identities around hating something.
Now
and
like
I feel it's such a massive like you shouldn't have your. I feel like it's very toxic to have these kind of like to frequent those kind of subreddits a lot. I still do it because I shouldn't. But like just. Like as an individual, you should focus on yourself.
We should do a video on like reacting to CS. What's called CS career questions. Yeah,
but CS majors is worse now.
Oh,
CS majors is so bad. Bro, when I was in CS majors, it was all about like, oh, how do I like leak code? How do we leak code? Stuff like that, right? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like back in my day, people would like do more than they would type. Like, would type more than they actually do, or like read more than they actually do. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think like I guess it comes to like Marcus. Do you have like what do you like about like a tech life in general? Like, what are your views on like the idea like a tech bro life?
What is the tech? What do you mean?
Working like I don't know, barely 40 hours a day, doing like rock climbing, gym, boba, hot pot, and just like the perception of like a tech life. Like you work for like few hours, 6 hours a day, and then you have like your entire day, and you have like a really good financial stability and that sort of stuff.
This is ignoring the 4 years of pain that I went through.
I mean, doctors go through a lot more pain.
The other thing is this is also ignoring the fact that our job is like very behind the screen. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you would probably go insane if you had to actually work 12 hours a week. Like doctors are like it's a much more social job. That makes sense. Like if you talk to like doctors and like previous students, like they're spending all their time talking to people. Yeah. Or like studying. Like it's a much more balanced. Same with lawyers. Well, like in tech, it's not really like if I'm actually spending all my time, I will have like probably lose all my social skills. So it's not good. So that's why I think there's that whole like Boba kind kind of thing. Like you count that as our time of the time you talk to the patients, like us people.
Do you think that tech workers are like getting paid much more than they should be? Like that. I guess
No.
nowadays it's going down, but like.
I think we're all in our own bubbles, and everyone hates each other.
Yeah.
So, but I think the thing is fine. I don't think we're getting paid. Just you can't really say someone's getting paid more because like getting paid too much because it's just the capitalism kind of fixed it.
Yeah.
But you could just stop spending money on our stuff. You don't want us to like it's not a like
it's supply and demand.
It's supply and demand. Like it's not a like I don't actually care about how much money I make, but like you care, which means you care about you're insecure about how much money you make. So you focus on yourself. I think a lot of people externalize their issues. Or like if you go on probably anti-work like subreddits, so they probably hate all the software engineers.
Really?
I mean like I think so. Like I feel like everyone hates everyone who's not there, like who's better at them at their specific insecurity. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. So a lot of people hate us off just because they make too much money. Yeah. And then they pick on whatever other insecurity that they're not insecure about. They're like, well, at least these guys aren't that, whatever. These guys aren't social, whatever. Like people like say that, like it's like it's not a like you can't take this shit personally. You're gonna be crazy. Yeah. Also, I don't like rock climbing.
You don't like rock climbing?
I still don't.
Bouldering?
No, I don't mind it, but like it's not a hobby that I have.
Yeah. How about hiking?
Hiking's fun. Hiking was fun. Hiking was great. In hindsight, it was fun.
Yeah.
During what I was doing it, I was dying, but I'm glad I hiked. It was so much fun. I don't know why that lifestyle is a thing, by the way. I don't actually know. Like I don't know why hiking is. I guess because it's just like where the city is, right?
It's
just because Seattle is.
I know Bay Area too.
Yeah, Bay Area of course, mountainy.
And I guess if you, at least for me, if I'm staying in front of a screen for 8
you
hours, I kind of enjoy getting exercise.
And not just getting exercise. It's like literally getting.
Touching grass.
Touching grass. Yeah, touching grass. Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of why we do it. Like it's not a. Like. Yeah, it's not a luxury. It is a luxury, but like it's not a.
Yeah.
It's not that deep of a thing. Yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, I think everyone's haters.
Yeah. If you had to give advice to like someone else who is just starting in a first year in like UFTCS, what advice would you give?
The advice I would give is you will, no matter what you do, you will have regrets. So one advice I would give is stop being a perfectionist. Just do whatever you want to do to like. If you want to do hobbies, you do a hobby. If you don't want to do hobbies, you don't. But like, no matter what, you will regret something. Like if you pick up a hobby and do a lot, you might regret how like bad your grades got, or like how you didn't get a side project, you didn't build whatever. So like, just don't think like this.
Just do it.
Just do the thing you want to do at the time, and you will have regrets, but it doesn't matter. Like it's not that deep. Everyone has regrets. Like it's not actually. There's no universe where you don't have any regrets. It doesn't exist. I would suggest hit the gym in general because it's nice. But outside that.
So that's the advice.
I mean, you can do rock climbing. A lot of people love it. The average CS student, you probably love rock climbing. You can do that. What's rock climbing? I know why rock climbing is so big. Because it's like a puzzle, I guess, but like physical.
Yeah.
That's why it's so big. But I hate heights, so I never got into it. Yeah.
I guess if you do bouldering, which I prefer more. I guess it's not that high of a height.
But it's just kind of boring. I don't know why. But like, I just don't find it that interesting to figure out what path I need to go up something.
Yeah, it's kind of like a trial and error. Like even if you're beginning, right?
No, but no matter what, you never end, right? That's why rock climbing is kind of a perpetual hobby.
You go to a different gym
Yeah.
after a while. You get tired of the one gym. If you like,
I mean, they change up the things.
yeah,
and stuff.
sometimes
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the gym, but like you usually go to like different gym.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, also like nobody like talks to each other that much rock climbing. They talk a little bit. It's not that social of a hobby for me, at least.
Yeah, if you go with your friend, like the basic things like just covering, right? It's the same with the gym though. Like, don't.
No, but I did like dragon boat, so
Yeah.
that's much more social
Yeah.
because it's a team sport.
Yeah.
So, I enjoy team sports more than
Yeah.
I do more isolating
Yeah.
activities usually.
Yeah.
Personally, so like I've been playing more volleyball recently, so it's fun. I just don't like sitting. I just don't like being alone. That much.
Yeah.
I need people.
Yeah.
So COVID would probably destroy me, but
If you had to give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Move to Mexico right before COVID happens. So you don't have to deal with lockdown. Okay, no. I don't know. Younger self? How young?
Just pick an age.
Okay, well, I mean, there was in grade 12 and stuff, I would tell myself to not think in this way where your life will start if you do that, after you do something,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And enjoy and try to be still friends with people in high school and stuff like that. Because when COVID happened, I went back to Ottawa.
Yeah.
I found it very difficult to connect to the people that because I kind of didn't make that many close friends because I'm gonna finish high school, I'm gonna go to university, and then I'm gonna make all my friends.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I got forced back into Ottawa, so I regret not having that many close friends in Ottawa before I got forced back. What else do I regret? There's something that I probably shouldn't say. But
at least not in the first episode.
Not in the first episode, yeah. But I don't even know if I don't know. Again, regrets you will always have regrets no matter what. Because a lot of people say I regret what I didn't do, and then people regret what they did do.
Yeah.
So it's
survivor bias.
Yeah, survivor bias. There's I regret making less YouTube videos, but then I would have never built the thing I built. So I don't.
What advice would you give to your younger self then? Sorry, older self. If you if you from the future came here, what advice your future would give?
Hopefully, it tells you to keep doing the podcast.
Okay, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That would be good advice if the vision worked out.
Yeah.
So that's good advice. You want to give a future self. Probably to not take things so hard.
Yeah.
And also just I have to. I'm still figuring this out, but it's hard for me to figure out the boundaries. And also, I just take things. I don't know. I think my advice would be to be less of a perfectionist, but I feel I'm not even that much of a. It's just in my head I'm a perfectionist. In the outside world, I fuck up very regularly. So
don't think too much.
Just don't think too much about how you're fucking up, because it doesn't matter. You fuck up no matter what. And also stop. I kind of the advice I would give myself 2 months ago would be to stop caring about. But not 2 months ago actually, 3-4 months ago, would be to stop caring about what other people think, but not in the Kanye way. We just do whatever, but in the way where don't take things too personally, because most people have their own issues.
Yeah.
So they won't have their own mood swings.
Yeah.
So depending on when you talk to them, they might be really nice to you, and they might be a complete asshole. So it's usually not a reflection of what you're doing, if that makes sense. If someone's nice to you or not.
I think I know which situation are you.
No, but in general, I think I've learned this as I get older, where a lot of things aren't that personal. A lot the things with CS students, that would used to bother me a lot more. When I would be these guys think CS students are not social at all. I must be super social to prove them wrong, whatever. where they think like they never leave their house and stuff like that. So like it's just like it's their own. A lot of these things are like their own insecurities coming out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So don't take things too personally, but also don't do this thing where like, oh, I hate everyone because they said this mean thing, and so they must be assholes for it. Like it's not a. It's not that deep. Like social things are just not that deep. I've learned, mainly because most people are not assholes in their head. They just have bad moments or bad moods, I guess, depending on what's going on in their lives. And also like I still struggle with emotions and things like that. Like it's still hard for me to figure out. But I guess I shouldn't figure it out. I guess the advice I would give my grandson in the future is probably just like stop thinking about emotions at all, because you go crazy. Like you can't think about being angry while you're angry. Like it's not you aren't. Like you can be cognizant of your emotions, but like don't try to like think yourself into an emotion, because that's like, or think yourself out of an emotion. Like those just don't work. So just like you can notice them, but like you don't have to force them in or out of your life, if that makes sense. And by noticing them, you won't do that.
So
I should probably journal more.
that's really good.
That's a good idea. And I still don't actually know. I should meditate more because I feel like it's like a superpower kind of thing, but it maybe not be. Maybe I'm just like overhyping it like crazy. But it feels nice to be able to kill your like thoughts all the time and like not have bad thoughts. But you do, I think you always. I've learned this is like even if you meditate and stuff, you always have bad thoughts. You just have to kill it instantly. Like you can't remove your thoughts. It'll never happen. But you don't have to act on every thought. You don't have to speak every thought. You also don't have to tell people every thought. If that makes sense. So.
That's a really interesting and detailed advice. I guess that's it for now. I guess we are going a bit over our time.
What? Okay, wait.
So, do you have any last word for the viewers?
Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other.
I think we still have to figure out how to do endings.
Pray to the Church of Jesus. No. We can talk about religion for like an hour as well. Topic done. You should. I mean, don't take life too seriously. I guess viewers. Thank you.
Bye.
Do your thing.